The book was an instant bestseller. The printing of 2,500 copies sold out within 10 days. Let's read something more about the novel. Hi everyone, welcome again to the class of literary readers. Today I'm going to give you a brief overview of the novel Scarlet Letter. In this video, we will be looking at the short description about the author Nathaniel Hawthorne, the overview of the novel, the characters in the novel, the summary, and last we will take some remarks. The writer of the novel, Nathaniel Hawthorne, was born in the year 1804 in Salem, Massachusetts in America and died in the year 1864 in New Hampshire. He published his first novel, Fanshawe, in the year 1828 anonymously. His important works are Twice Told Tales, The House of Seven Gables, and The Bridal Romance. His contemporaries were the writers Herman Melville and Edgar Allan Poe. Now let's look at the novel The Scarlet Letter. It was published in the year 1850. In this book, we have preface and 24 chapters. Now, in the preface, we have a nameless narrator who is a surveyor of the custom house in Salem, Massachusetts. And there, in that custom house attic, he found a scarlet cloth in the shape of A. And with the scarlet cloth, he also found a letter which includes the details about the life and sayings of the protagonist Hester Prynne, and hence the narrator decided to write Scarlet Letter. The setting of this novel is 17th century Boston from the year 1642 to 1649. Now let's talk about the characters in the novel. First we have Hester Prynne, who is the protagonist in the novel, Pearl, who is the daughter of Hester and Arthur Dimmesdale. Next we have Roger Chillingworth, who is the husband of Hester. Next we have Arthur Dimmesdale, who is the father of Pearl. And here we also have a nameless narrator who is describing the story. The other important characters are Mr. John Wilson, who is the elder clergyman in the town Boston. Next, the Governor Bellingham, who is the governor of the town, and Mistress Hibbins, who is the widow sister of the governor. Now let's talk about the story in brief. The story starts with the protagonist Hester, who is coming out from the town jail with her daughter Pearl because she was being punished for adultery, and for the punishment she is wearing scarlet A on her chest as a sign of shame. In the next scene, Roger Chillingworth, who is the husband of Hester Prynne, has returned to Boston after many years, and he does not reveal his identity to anyone. Now he knows that Hester has done adultery, so he wants to know who is the father of Pearl and want to take revenge with her lover. In the next scene, the community officials attempt to take Pearl away from Hester, but with the help of the minister Arthur Dimmesdale, Hester manages to stay with her daughter Pearl. No one knows that he is the father of Pearl, but Roger Chillingworth suspects that there can be connection between Dimmesdale and Hester. So he begins to test Dimmesdale, and one afternoon, when the minister sleeps, he discovers a mark on Dimmesdale's chest. Because Dimmesdale also wanted to punish himself, so he marked his chest to punish himself. In the next scene, Hester came to know that Dimmesdale is the father of Pearl. So they both decide to flee to Europe. But one day, on election day, tormented by his sin, Arthur Dimmesdale confessed publicly that he is the father of Pearl and died in the arms of Hester. In the next scene, we find that Chillingworth also dies a few years later. Hester and her daughter Pearl leave Boston and no one knows what has happened to them. Pearl is married to a European aristocrat, and when Hester dies, She is buried next to Dimmesdale. The two lovers share a single tombstone which bears a scarlet A. And that's how the story ends. And last, we have some remarks. The writer D.H. Lawrence remarked that there could not be a more perfect work of the American imagination than the Scarlet Letter. Another writer, Henry James, remarked, "It is beautiful, admirable, extraordinary. It has, in the highest degree, that merit which I have spoken of as the mark of Hawthorne's best things. An indefinable purity and lightness of conception has the inexhaustible charm and mystery of great works of art." So that's all for today. If you like the video, then do subscribe to Literary Readers and keep watching Literary Readers. Thank you.